wrap
Y'all
this
don't want
up.
to listen to me. Watch it be Tyrese.
What if it was Tyrese?
Son, if it's Tyrese, I'm never coming back on this.
I'll be like, what is this? What's up, Internet world? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Michael.
I'm Lauren.
Deckard Shaw.
Are you doing this again with this British gruff something?
I'm bald, got the facial hair, and I'm British.
That is not a British accent.
That is
by
not.
any
That's just
means.
gruff. I don't know what that is.
That's just an attempt to be more, I don't know.
I don't know.
I will stick my foot so far up your...
Whoa!
Okay. So
PG.
you fitting into this movie, this machismo movie, these lines that were sold with. I mean, they tried to do what they could do, and this is what we got.
Yo, we're here reviewing Hobbs and Shaw.
I'm sorry, Fast and Furious presents.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, pretty much. So just overall thoughts?
I'm gonna let y'all start.
It was a movie.
It was. It was long.
It definitely, I could feel.
I was checking my phone a couple
times. Oh, this is still going. I felt like we got in multiple third acts of a movie.
Right.
I was like, this is weird. This should have been over. Nope, still happening.
Because according to the previews, we needed to be somewhere and show this scene, and that scene had not happened after an hour and 40 minutes.
Leroy's just smiling here. Go ahead, say what you got to say.
I warned y'all. I did.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said this movie cannot be better than the trailer. We saw the movie in that trailer. I wasted $40 because I literally could have watched that trailer, and that was the movie.
Why don't y'all go to these matinee showings? Why y'all be going to these evening showings?
Because I'm...
Well, wasn't nobody trying to go to the movie before noon.
Man, when I pay $5, shoot, it's great.
What movie did you go to that was like that?
AMC
before noon is $5.
Mm-hmm.
And not even just like the okay Dutch Square, but like the nice one with the nice seats, $5.
No, I'm just talking about
I'm a Regal girl.
Okay.
We got movie theater loyalties now. I'm talking about just the fact of
popcorn's better.
It is fresh.
It was just meh.
Yeah.
And
it's not offensively bad.
It's not bad.
It is bad.
It's not terrible.
You know why it is bad?
Why is it bad?
Because, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not even a Fast and Furious fan. This wasn't even as good as a Fast and Furious movie.
I think it had some Fast and Furious elements. I think it had the cars,
This
the
was
girls.
better than Too Fast, Too Furious.
Which one was that one?
That's the second one with Tyrese. The
That
first time
is-
Tyrese.
Before they got Letty back, they don't count to me.
So 6
So
for
you don't like Tokyo Drift?
I mean, Tokyo Drift is bad, so let's not.
Tokyo
Drift is
best Fast and Furious movie out there. Tokyo Drift. Bow Wow, friend of the show.
Voting you off the show.
What was Bow Wow's name? I know we talked about this last time. What
I
was
have
his
no
name
idea.
in the movie?
In the movie,
I don't know. I just know he had that Incredible Hulk car.
yeah, that car was great.
Look,
And he had all the gadgets, whatever you needed.
I'll say, after Tokyo Drift, they got definitely better.
Then they had Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Or was it the Fast and the Furious? Whatever.
So, to me, the banter wasn't even as good as those movies. And that's why I say this is bad.
It's The Rock. And it's Jason Statham, who normally doesn't... I don't really see him as yeah, he can give us some lines, but he's not really... It's not
Statham's fault. I'm going to say this. Statham and The Rock did a good job. Everybody did a good job. But the writing was terrible. It was not good. They tried to force so much of the we're Tango and Cash type stuff.
This definitely felt like... I'm sorry, go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. Compared to the other Fast and the Furious movies, the banter between Tyrese and Ludacris, that's spot on. When they're arguing back and forth over old girl from Game of Thrones. Letty's little... everybody has their little... their place. What was... It was too forced. And they were trying too hard. That's why I said it's bad to me.
Add on to that, this definitely felt like a buddy cop. Like it was supposed to be a buddy cop movie, right? But it felt like one that was dated. Like it wasn't a modern version. It was something like you would see back in the 80s, like a Tango and Cash.
It wasn't even as good as Tango and Cash.
It's not as good in terms of how it is.
Saying there.
But to me, it's just like Because you know the whole thing about like Tango and Cash is they were always like comparing their manhood to each other, right? Like that macho, and they were doing the same thing in here, but it didn't feel as good.
It didn't click, and that's the problem I have with this movie. Don't get me wrong, it looked amazing. David Leitch, who's the director of this, also directed Deadpool 2. He's involved in the John Wick movies. I'm not knocking how the movie looked and the directing. I'm not knocking the fight scenes, the choreography of the fight scenes.
There was one fight scene that was like,
It was really good.
Interesting. I have to get to that when we get to spoilers.
I will say this, as far as the actual banter between the characters, believing that this is so-and-so sister, the only time I felt heart in the movie was at the end. And there are certain times with certain characters, I believe their relationships, but to me, the scripting was bad. Compared to, and as an over-the-top movie, as it's supposed to be, give me Vin Diesel pushing give me The Rock pushing a torpedo in the car, and then Vin Diesel fighting, and I mean, give me that. Like, that over the top, it was funny.
That whole ice scene.
What
Fast and Furious was that?
That's the most recent.
That's the most
Fast
recent
and the Furious.
And like,
that was some mess right there.
Yeah.
Like,
when they jumped off the cliff, it's just those moments you live for,
those.
but you already saw them in the trailer. There was nothing in the trailer that shocked. There's nothing in the movie that shocked me past the trailer. Nothing.
I feel like you got extended scenes of what you saw in the trailer.
But
there were some things that shocked me in the trailer in the movie that weren't in the trailer.
Okay.
That I was not expecting, and y'all know when.
We'll get to that.
But the thing is, for me, if you're not doing anything on a Saturday afternoon, and you got money to burn, hole in your pocket, yeah, go see it. But it was for this to be a Rock, Jason Statham movie, to have that kind of star power in it, it's a thumbs down for me.
So this movie was written by Chris Morgan, the same guy who wrote all the other ones. So, like, wild theories. Why do we think this one maybe didn't hit writing wise? Because it's the same guy who wrote the other ones. Starting with
I think because you have different.
You have different personalities.
We have different personalities. He's used to writing for Ludacris or Tyrese or Vin Diesel. I don't know. I feel like, but these guys, it seems like they're easy to work with. And The Rock has been in all these kinds of movies.
So there's a story out about. You talked about machismo. There's a story out that there is. Remember the rivalry between The Rock,
beef with Vin Diesel and The Rock.
So what, were they just erasing lines and like?
No, but there is a story out that there's supposedly a punch count, where there's contracts written so that they would not look bad in a movie, so that they're each one of these main actors are trying to look, I'm Deckard Shaw and I'm cool.
Nobody can beat me. I beat myself some kind of way.
And it's written into the movie. And we'll get to it in spoilers, but there's a report out that came out last week that talks about that, and that's what makes the movies harder to do when you have guys who are letting their egos get in the way of the story.
Hey,
literally, their egos are getting in the way the same way.
This is why Jackie Chan is the best.
Nope. I'm gonna tell you why.
Nope. This is why Jackie Chan is the best, because he don't mind taking a punch. Go ahead.
Go ahead, but I will say
that's
this.
all I'm saying.
Wait, so they don't want to get. What is this punch count?
Basically, the punch count or how basically it's the macho meter, which basically says I can only get beat up a handful of times in this. I can only look so and so bad. And you got to remember, The Rock is going up against Vin Diesel and this back and forth, which is why they've been having this beef. Now you have this franchise split off. You said it's the same writer. So we should expect the same banter, the same comedic. Like, it should be easier to write for these two, right? Because it's less people to surface. Those characters are fully fleshed out. 7 characters are fully fleshed out.
I don't think we were fully fleshed out with Hobbs, though.
Yeah, yes.
Or Shaw. Because I didn't know where.
If you watch the Fast and the Furious movies, those characters are fleshed out, especially Hobbs in the last movie, especially Hobbs and Shaw in the last 2 movies, because you got to see The Rock's daughter, and then you got to see the soccer stuff. We don't need to know that.
I feel like her mom might be dead.
We don't need to know that. I don't care who her mom is. I'll find that out later on. And
Why
guess
don't you
what?
care who her mom is?
Because if they hadn't told me, I don't need to know.
She questioned.
She questioned who her family is. We'll probably...
And you had that family tree, and there was a question mark up there.
Now, that could be set up. That could be set up, and not getting into spoilers later on. But my point is, we don't need to know that. Just like they introduce these things as they're necessary. Mm-hmm. And if you're writing for 7 people and you fleshed out Tyrese, Ludacris, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez.
Her name is Letty.
I was trying to remember what her...
Rodriguez.
You got Kurt Russell. You have all of these...
He's not really fleshed out. Let's not
Mr. Nobody? Yeah, he's fleshed out.
No, he's not.
I'm saying this as a lone CIA agent, he services that part pretty good.
Okay.
But as those characters are fleshed out to me, it should have been easy to take those two and made an interesting movie because you had a good chunk of scenes with them. Remember in the prison? Mm-hmm. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you not just take that and make a whole movie out of it?
Well, is it a thing of... You want to say something?
I'm about to spoil some stuff, so I'm gonna keep quiet.
Oh, okay. Well, my thing is, you know how, and it might be a bit of a stretch, but like they would take a sketch from Saturday Night Live and it'd be a great sketch, but it doesn't work out as a movie.
MacGruber.
I mean, MacGruber. I think Ladies Man is pretty good, but I could see people, like Ladies Man works as a sketch, doesn't work as a movie. Coneheads works as a sketch, doesn't work as a movie.
Woo!
Night at the Roxbury, funny sketch, not a great movie.
Woo!
Superstars. So, I mean, all these things they work as sketches.
I mean, you keep going,
right? But I'm just saying, like they work as like
movies were trash, but they were
4-minute
funny though.
sketch.
They were funny.
It doesn't work, so maybe this doesn't work as a full movie.
I think it works as a full movie, but I think what you have right now in this movie is what I was afraid of once it got too big, because it can either go one way or the other. And this is why I say the Ocean's movies are some of the greatest movies ever.
They're amazing.
Because you have some of the biggest stars ever. And did you ever hear about any of the drama you hear in the Fast and the Furious movies in any of those movies?
I mean, the thing, being around so many amazing actors, I feel like if I was in the Ocean's movie, I would just have fun clowning around on set with these guys. And so I don't understand why
there's drama.
Why there's drama with on the Fast and the Furious, but none of this is, y'all ain't about to get no Oscar. You know what I'm saying? This is not serious. It's just fun.
But
the thing is,
but think about
it's just fun.
It's all speculative too, because I think it's pretty safe to assume there's some sort of beef between The Rock and
Tyrese.
Tyrese with like The Rock and Vin Diesel. We don't know specifically what it is, but there's some type of rift.
There's some type of rift that has affected this franchise.
Because they're the same kind of actor. You can literally replace them in different movies and have the same. No, I'm being for real. I watched Babylon AD. I watched Babylon AD over the weekend. I don't know why I was doing this. It was on TV. And it could have been The Rock. It could have been The Rock.
If you have any problems.
The Tooth Fairy, with the Tooth Fairy with The Rock, could have been Vin Diesel. They're the same kind of. They have kind of the same look. I know they're different.
I feel like The Rock can do a little more dramatic. To me,
he might be able. I don't know, because I feel like Vin Diesel's more on the drama side.
Find Me Guilty was pretty good. I enjoyed Find Me Guilty.
Really?
That was alright.
Wow. No one has ever said that. I don't even think Vin Diesel said that.
It's fine.
But I will say this.
I love them both equally, though.
But for the movie itself, that we were talking about the movie, that I had my doubts about this movie. Once I saw the trailer, I was amazed. And I was like, okay, this is great. Then the trailer kept coming out and it kept showing more stuff. And then I was like, oh, did you just show me the whole movie?
What would you not wanted to see? That helicopter pool?
Well, now let's get into...
We doing spoilers? Oh, hold on. Let's give our review.
I already said thumbs
up. So out of what? 5? Out of what?
I give it out of 5 Shaws. I give it 2.5.
2.5 Shaws out of 5. Okay.
2.5 Shaws out of 5. It looked great.
Out of 5 Nitro Clicks.
Yes.
I'm gonna give it 3.
Okay.
3 Nitro Clicks.
Let's see. Out of 5. What's just something wild in this movie that's just so dumb?
Whatever those
family heirlooms.
Yeah, no, viruses.
Yeah. I like viruses. Out of 5 super stupid MacGuffin viruses, I give it. I'll probably give it a 3.
3?
Yeah.
See, and the reason why I say thumbs down is because I expected more. I really did. I really went into... Because I'm going to be honest with you. I owned the last 2 Fast and Furious movies. I enjoyed those. Mm-hmm. This one, I didn't. And it was okay.
Yeah.
For me to be going into a scene, and again, like you said, it's The Rock. It's Jason Statham. I love Jason Statham.
It's Elba.
I love.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into spoilers. It's Idris Elba. I love
the territory, y'all. Spoilers.
I love the throwback to the Italian Job.
Oh, when he talked about the mini cookie, I was like, yes.
It's like
that was great.
There were so many little quips that I was like really waiting for stuff like that meta stuff, and I never got it.
Can we talk about one? Because I was confused as to, hold up. See, I put my phone on because I thought I was going to get got an alert.
Bye.
Nah. So I was confused in the beginning. Well, not confused, but this virus that is supposed to be programmed by, is it the company that Idris is, like that whole tech group that...
Yeah, they made the virus.
So it's programmed. So why did they not just flip that thing on?
Because they want the virus. Well, did you not watch the movie?
I know that. I know, but why not? You want the virus to do what? Put it in someone else?
I think the thing was...
Why can't you just be like, all right, well, it's in her?
I think if it went off in her, they wouldn't be able to replicate it. Because, like, what I gathered was that was the only copy they had, right?
Well, okay.
Inside Vanessa
this
Kirby?
is how the virus works. For those of you who were not paying attention
I was paying attention.
You were not.
I was.
So the virus can be targeted to people.
Yeah,
So
only a week.
Whoever they wanted. So but that was the only copy they had. So what they wanted was to be.
They were stupid.
But the thing is, if they wanted to target, so let's say they want to be like, we want all people under 5'4". Boom, all people under 5'4" dead. But if they didn't have the virus to program it, it was just raw and would just kill everybody. And they don't want to kill everybody. They had their targeted. They had a list of people like Judy from Apartment 4. They had a list of people who they wanted to take out.
This is dumb.
So and that's why they wanted the virus back, so that they could program it. Because remember they said if she died, and they burned it, oh yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. But if the virus dissolved inside of her and got out, everybody
cough
dies.
or something.
Everybody dies. You know what the virus reminded me of? Basically, they used the same virus.
The rabbit's foot?
Not the rabbit's foot. Mission Impossible 2, the Chimera.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was funny as you said that. I was thinking like, man, this is just like Tandy Newton getting this virus, and there goes an explosion, and what's going to happen?
I mean, it's been written before.
Was it Tandy
right?
Newton?
In Mission Impossible 2?
Yeah, you're right.
Tandy Newton,
It's
yeah.
this
John
whole
who?
storyline. It's been written before.
I mean, it's not original.
No,
It didn't have to be, but they could
didn't have to be original.
This. I will say this. There was some differences. I won't say differences. There was some cool things in it. I did like some of the shots, like seeing Idris Elba's back opened up and how they were like enhancing him.
Cool.
Yeah.
I liked some of that stuff.
Is he the only one like that though?
Well, we don't know.
And we were having this conversation about the voice. Like, who is the...
That could have been...
Tyrese.
No. Get out. Get out.
Tyrese said, y'all not going to get rid of me.
Get out.
I'm going to be in all these movies.
Get out.
I will be in these movies. I'm not leaving, Leroy. I'm here.
Get out.
I'm going to give y'all my opinion and my review.
You will not give Tyrese that. But honestly...
That would be smooth if it was him, though.
No.
He turned around like...
You know who it is, probably.
It's me.
Some people think it might be Cypher.
No, I don't think it's Cypher. I think it's The Rock's baby mama.
But
that's why I said they're not gonna tell you who it is until they have to, because they probably hasn't casted it yet.
Some people are thinking it might be Ryan Reynolds, and that he's doing like a.
It could be.
Like a.
I did not need Ryan
type.
Reynolds in this.
He wasn't necessary, but
he wasn't necessary.
I found him funny.
But that's what
I just
I'm saying.
like Ryan Reynolds.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Hart.
And then Kevin Hart popped up. I love the Kevin Hart scene.
Did you?
Like
him and
The Rock. Him and The Rock are friends. So it's like, look at my boy.
But what I'm saying, that's what The Rock is trying to do. Build his own franchise with his friends, which is what Vin Diesel did with Fast and Furious.
There was a Instagram video that The Rock put out saying, not going as far as like, when you guys see the movie, you'll see like we're trying to build it out.
Uh-huh.
No, but what I'm saying is The Rock was saying not going as far as on his video when he was just saying, once you guys see the movie, you'll see that we're trying to build it out and with people that are, with the characters that we bring into it. So he's trying to make his own.
I will say this: there were certain parts that I loved, and there were certain parts that I was like, it wasn't believable. The Rock and whoever plays his daughter, I love those moments. To me, that humanized...
Different girl from the other.
Which I thought, I wanted to say it was, but I was like...
It was. And I wonder if it was an age thing, just so you not not as much time has passed between the movies.
Yeah.
But
So I want them.
But I liked their interaction.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed The Rock's interaction with when he went back to the island of Samoa. I really enjoyed that.
Hey, I think it's really cool that you're gonna talk about Samoa culture.
Mm-hmm.
Don't shoot on Hawaii.
I mean, they kind of had to.
No, you go to the island.
Yeah.
I don't know if they could have done that.
Why not?
Tax purposes.
See, that's to me that feels disingenuous. Like, I get the idea, celebrate the culture. That's cool. I say go to the island.
Hold on.
Don't shoot Samoa or don't shoot Hawaii and say, oh, this is Samoa.
Well, now, I'm going to defend them by saying they always shoot stuff in other places.
I know.
Like, we shoot New York and Toronto.
Right.
You know, Marvel shoots exclusively in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I know.
So, I mean, but I'm just saying.
But I'm saying, hey,
Wakanda
Wakanda's fake. I get it. Samoa's a real place. You
I'm
can shoot
just
there.
saying. But I enjoyed those moments. I enjoyed seeing the culture. I enjoyed seeing Raymond Reigns.
I wanted to see more.
More. I did. I
Honestly.
wanted to see more of him.
Like, oh, you don't really say anything.
Yeah, I was a little.
Because the way, and to be fair, they never said he was going to be a big part.
No.
But I definitely interpreted it.
I felt like he was going to be a big part.
my brother, Brandon Reigns.
You're right. I expected
we
more.
got it was Cliff Curtis. Is that his name? He was the
I
brother
love
who talked more.
Cliff
I do
Curtis.
like him.
I love Cliff Curtis. Now,
But-
I will say this. Cliff Curtis has played everything from...
Maybe I do know them.
Is from a month...
Cliff
Oh,
Curtis
yeah.
was Jonas.
So I didn't know he was... Oh, were they supposed to be like...
Samoan?
His ethnicity?
Samoan? Yeah,
I don't know his
Now,
ethnicity.
that's not what Chris... Now, he is
He's
from
born in
New
New
Zealand.
Zealand.
But he has played everything from a Mexican...
Yeah, I'm about to say,
to
he played a lot of different
He's actually done an
ethnicities.
interview on about all the things he's played.
He has played
So
a
he
lot of different
racially
ethnicities.
ambiguous.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he talks about being able to shoot and be himself in this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was interesting because Cliff Curtis, I don't know if you guys know, he was in Sunshine. Cliff Curtis has been in just about everything.
Now he's like, is he still on Fear the Walking Dead or has he been killed?
I'm not sure.
I
I'm
don't,
not sure.
I don't know. Nobody
Remember, he was in Homeland for a little while. He was Cliff Curtis is everywhere.
Yeah.
I love him. I will say this.
I didn't know Uso meant brother.
I did as soon as they said it 4 times. Like, that's brother.
No, that's what I meant. I was like, because I always
Context loose.
I always hear the Usos in wrestling. It's like, oh, the brothers, cool, it's great.
But
Learn me a little
I
more.
I didn't buy some of the relationships, and I thought some of them were forced. And I was like,
I love Helen Mirren, though.
she was great.
Helen Mirren's
great.
She's great.
And then
I
taking
want
out,
her to
I got my
do
chains
stuff.
off.
I want her to do stuff. Let her do stuff.
Her being in prison and her chains,
She was like, he was like, how long you got in here? She was like, 2 years. With
Oh,
good
good
behavior.
behavior.
He was like, how long you really got?
4 years.
4 years.
Um,
And that cake made a C4 instead of...
you guys seen the meme going around, like the most unbelievable thing is that Jason Statham and that girl are brother and sister.
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
saying. I
like,
was like,
they don't
come
even
on.
look...
And hold on, not only that.
Not even like look, like just age.
Let me
He's like
tell you
20 years older than
Let me
her.
tell you what else pissed me off.
And yeah, and they were going back to these kids scenes.
Right,
They were like, they were
how
going
they
to
the
be like...
same age or
Where's-
close to it.
Where's Owen?
Was Owen? He probably out in the wind somewhere.
Why are we not even mentioning Owen? Like, that's what really bothered me too. How you got a whole other brother that you've seen
Hey.
in 2 movies?
You know what?
And
that
he
you
ain't
ain't even
none of
mentioned.
these.
Like, not
The
even
pessimist
not
in me is like, hey, you know what? Maybe they can't talk about Owen. Maybe like legal, like, yeah, he's part of Fast and Furious. He ain't part of Hobbs and Shaw.
But I'm
honestly, who knows?
But, what I'm, but
That
that's,
might be it.
It's
that's
like a
what I was
Marvel
like,
and like Avengers X-Men thing. You can't talk about.
But
these
that's what I was
certain
like, I was like, how you gonna talk about him going bad, and then you ain't? What? I was like, do you even have did you write Owen off?
Yeah, they didn't even really mention.
And
it
that
at all.
bothered me.
They
I
didn't.
didn't like the Brixton. I didn't like how when Deckard Shaw Brixton, you killed this dude and he was one of your best friends and you not even really all that shocked. You just like, whatever, it's Fast and Furious movies. Anybody can come back. That
Shocked that he can come back or shocked that he wasn't as mad as he could be?
But he if I shoot Michael and 10 years from now, Michael comes back, I'm going to be like, oh, man. 1, are you still mad? 2,
Yeah, I'm still mad.
2, are you going to shoot me? 3, how in the double hockey sticks did you come back? Where are these questions? And then not only that, why was The Rock not mad at Deckard Shaw for not finishing the job? They were already mad.
They had other things to be mad about.
No. They that should have been a question bruh, what's up with homeboy? You killed him. Why is he there was none of that conversation, that exposition of Who are these people? Like,
there were some holes.
It was some real big holes in
and
this.
And how did they fight on the back of that truck and not slide?
Wires.
Here's my thing.
That was one of the fight scenes I was like, really? Because that was.
But remember you talked about fight scenes. Remember I punch you and you punch me? That's part of the whole, we gotta be macho. We gotta be. If you remember in the 80s movies, Rambo used to get his proverbial ass kicked. He got shot in Rambo 3.
Also, saw a Rambo trailer.
Yeah, I did too. But Rambo...
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Christopher Nolan trailer? I didn't see Christopher Nolan.
No, it's not out everywhere. It's only in a handful of theaters in select cities.
Yeah, I didn't see the Christopher
So
Nolan.
you remember Rambo used to get caught and tortured. I remember Rambo 3, he got shot. He had the field dressing where he had to push the bullet out. He took the... But
that doesn't take away his macho-ness.
That's the point.
Right. I think what Leroy is saying is like, there's something about a vulnerability, right? Like, it makes you buy into the character more. Because
Indiana Jones.
Because they're flawed. They can get hurt, so
Indiana Jones,
care more when the
how
character
many
gets
times
hurt.
did he get punched in the face?
Right.
We're not counting the Crystal Skulls.
Right.
Only the first 3. But how many times did he get punched in the face and then, like...
There's something to seeing your main character get hurt because you realize, they are vulnerable.
And then you see them rise up to the challenge.
Yeah.
Like, there was never a doubt in this movie, and I know they're the stars. There was never a doubt in this movie that I was like, how are they going to get out of this? Like, you just knew.
Yeah.
And I did not like that. I couldn't even suspend belief. And then I was just like, really? She just holding on to the car while we shooting drones out the air, while Black Superman is back there.
I just knew her legs were gonna get chopped off when her legs were out of the car. And when I was thinking about death. What's the death?
Death Proof?
Death Proof?
Death Proof. Yes. Oh my gosh. And that's all I was thinking about when I saw that scene of her legs sticking out of the front when they're going face first. And as soon as you hit something, your legs should be.
Yeah.
Woo!
Like
But
I
it
said,
said she slid out. I was
like I
like,
said,
man, I was done at that point. So we can go.
It wasn't a bad movie. It just was okay. And maybe that's my fault. I was expecting so much because I do like The Rock. I do like Jason Statham. And I do like their movies. And even as over the top as The Meg was, I love it.
Meg was.
It was so over the top.
I want to see another one of those.
And it had all of
Stupid
the... And the Meg had all of the stupid stuff that I wanted Hobbs and Shaw to have. Like, it really did. And I'm really upset. And once again, it shows how big and how hard it is to make an Ocean's movie. Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, George Clooney, just those 3 alone. Then you take in...
Bernie Mac.
Then you take in...
L.A. Gould.
I mean, look at all the people you had in those movies. And you did not have any issues in all 3.
I'm gonna watch some of those.
And we can't get, like, really? Y'all are beefing on Fast and the Furious? Y'all should just, like, they literally should be printing money. It should.
So let's talk about through 7, 8, 6, 7, and 8, right? When was Owen Shaw introduced? 7?
I want to say 6. Because Owen Shaw's the reason why Letty died.
Sorry, not Owen Shaw. What's
Decker
Decker
Shaw.
Decker Shaw was 7. Okay, 7 and 8.
Decker technically was retconned into Tokyo
for 3.
Drift.
Okay, but we saw him 7 and 8.
You're saying when we saw him on camera. Okay.
When 8 was done, Hobbs and Shaw had squashed their beef, right? They were cool.
Yeah.
Because they were all at the barbecue. So this whole point of them not liking each other doesn't make any sense. Like, why do they not like each other? They were cool by the end of 8.
Yeah.
It's like they restarted them not liking each other. There's no need to.
Their beef
was already done in 8.
You're right.
It was dumb.
That's what pissed me off the time. I was like, we did this already.
Especially after he saved the baby.
Right.
In 8. You know
Yes.
what? I didn't think about that.
It was like,
Good call. I didn't think about
you
that.
guys are done. You guys are already angry.
You and Owen saved the baby.
Right. So why are you angry at the beginning of this movie?
You're right.
I thought about that the entire
And you know what?
time.
And now it makes even less sense because now if you had another beef, that's different. Like
Right.
if you found out, like if Brixton had been The Rock's buddy, and then Deckard had killed him, and that might like there should have been some kind of beef.
Yeah.
And it was like almost, and it took so long for them to get to the point where they teamed up.
Yeah.
And it was like, why didn't y'all do
Man,
this before?
This is, if there was ever an anime live action movie, this is it. Of the power of teamwork will beat anything.
Oh yeah.
That's what this felt like. Oh jeez.
Oh,
Anime
teamwork. Yes. We'll do it together. We're team up and we will overcome the. Yeah.
But see, that's why I feel like the Hobbs and Shaw. I feel like it was a movie that honestly did not feel like a Fast and Furious movie because you had so many things you could have thrown into this movie.
I think it was kind of like Fast and Furious because of, like I said, the car element. You know, with the different scenes are going.
That was at the end.
No, they had it in the beginning.
One in London.
They had the London scene where he goes under the car. Which,
the scene we saw in the trailer?
Yes.
We did.
We saw that in the trailer.
You said there was something that wasn't a trailer. You talking about, was that the cameos?
That was the cameos.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with the cameos. I'm like, why is Ryan? One, I was like, why is Ryan Reynolds in this?
Because he's buddies with the director. I was assuming.
And
David
two,
Lynch. Yeah.
Kevin Hart. What? I was cool with that scene. I needed something to keep
And you were
my
talking about
attention.
there was a fight that was weird.
Yeah, when they were on the back of
She
the,
said the
back of the
truck.
truck.
That's
Okay.
why I said the wires.
Oh! Did anybody else notice that the movie went from dark to light?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the third act?
in the third act.
I'm like,
and I looked over. I was like, yo, was this supposed to be sun like rise when they were
And also
fighting?
a storm. They kind of said that it was right at dusk or something.
He did say, because
But
But I
still,
thought it was
it just
getting
looked weird.
darker,
He
not
said
getting
weird.
lighter.
But he did know. He said, he
Or
said,
dawn or something.
He said he strikes right at night, right about that 5 o'clock hour before when you're tired from the night before. And then you have
They had
when
that
you're
sun
fighting.
rising super quick.
But that's,
And
hold
she
on.
had the timer on her
But
back
that's
for 30
what he-
minutes, and the sun was up
But he
from
said
5
that.
to 7.
He
You know what I'm
said
saying?
that. Remember, he said that he want as the fight goes on, the sun is at your back. So
I understand that, but that was too quick.
It did
The
look
sun
weird
doesn't rise
to
that
see
quick.
the
That was
shit.
your
That was
big
like,
beef.
yo, what?
like,
That was your beef in this movie.
This was-
the sun rising. Not the
was
fact that he
weird.
broke into his sister's apartment, left the grenade by the door, left the door open, had his back to the door where the super ninja people came in, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you want me to you a super
I'm cool with that.
That was weird.
That was no, that was
like,
dumb.
that was dumb, but
that
I'm
was
like,
dumb.
yeah,
like
it's fine.
you should have been like you should have had your back to the door or the back to the
Also,
wall.
And
like,
how did he
like,
get through the door? Because the wire was there, and you had to open the door, right?
He took the hit.
Yeah, he
off
like
the hinges and
like,
slid it.
yeah, and stepped over the wire.
Yeah.
Apparently, everybody knows to step over the wire, so I guess that really.
well,
is a
I know
great trick.
you're supposed to step
Like,
over the
Because
wire.
everybody stepped over the wire.
I know
But that's what I'm saying, like-
wire, but like
it didn't work.
the door coming off the hinges. I didn't get that.
And
part.
this is the thing. You knew your sister wasn't dirty because the same thing happened to you. So why you it was just so
That's why
much-
he wanted to do it.
But what
and
I'm
not
saying
have
is-
anybody else do it.
But what I'm saying is he knew and they all knew that happened to him. What I'm like is why you didn't tell The Rock. It was just so many plot holes.
The Rock
in there.
already knew that she didn't.
No,
do
he
it.
didn't.
He
He
did.
told-
Remember,
he
because
told
he said,
her.
I could tell by the way you fight that.
Afterwards, but he should have told him in the beginning.
Mm.
Like that whole, no, I'm doing it. And then he threw the chair at people. Now, I will say that fight between her and the guy, when she was like, you look new here. That was funny.
Yeah.
I will admit, that was
I
funny.
would like to see Vanessa Kirby in an action movie.
Speaking of Vanessa Kirby, if you click right there, The Rise of Vanessa Kirby. What's it got right there? Because I don't remember what all she's been in.
I don't. And this
She
is-
was in The Crown. That was her big thing.
I
Was The
did not
Crown.
see that.
She wasn't. She was the sister to the Queen,
Now, was she...
Oh, she was. Yeah.
I've never
This
seen
was
The
a
Crown, that's
movie?
why.
and she was in Mission Impossible, whatever the most.
All I
recent
know
one
is
was.
Claire Foy
Yeah.
who is from The Crown. That's the
Right.
only one I know. She was in Mission Impossible?
She was.
The
she
last
was,
one. She was the arms dealer.
She was the replacement to Max.
Huh?
You remember Max from Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat. From Mission Impossible 1?
Max?
The person that had the knock list that was trying to get it to Job,
Yeah.
she's directly connected to Vanessa Kirby in 6. Yeah,
Which one?
it's like 2 lines. It's a kind of throwaway, but yeah, that's
I gotta
a
go watch
connection to
that.
Max.
No,
Yeah.
I thought she was the one who was...
She's the arms dealer. But
Yeah,
she
that's
was,
what I'm
she was
saying.
also the new Max, essentially.
Oh, okay. See, you threw me off of that. All you had to, I knew she was an arms dealer. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, she wasn't the arms dealer? You trying to
Yeah.
trick me? No, I maybe I expected too much. Maybe
I
that's
think
my
you
fault.
did. I mean, I
Maybe
knew
that's my
exactly what I
fault.
was going to get walking in there, but I thought it would be a little bit more, a little less
I expected
obvious.
too much. I did.
I almost wish I just had that one trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just keep showing that one trailer because it was so over the top. We get it.
But the thing is, once you, and this is another thing, once a movie does that, now, can they make another one?
They can make as many movies they want to, but are we
Did
going to
make-
watch it? That's
Did
the
it
question.
make enough money? And is there enough interest for them to make another one?
Yes.
Because you said this is the 6th or 7th lowest
Overall, but that's opening. I mean, you give it enough time. If it makes $60 million opening weekend, it don't make money.
Okay.
I think it don't make enough money to have a sequel.
I'm wondering because again, star power alone does not get you a sequel.
True.
But is this going to make enough money? And the reviews are not great on this movie, but so we know a review doesn't kill a movie.
Yeah,
Venom.
True, but we do know the audience score is like a B+ or A-. So
The
people,
cinema score?
so people are happy to see it.
Is that
they don't care about
happy?
reviews.
Okay, because I thought and you needed at least an A, but B+ is still good.
I believe so.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's passing.
Yeah, there we go.
So that's our review. I think we've. And I don't mean to trash it now. I love her.
She was great.
I loved her in Baby Driver.
Yeah, she was in Baby. That's right. Okay.
I thought she was in
So, I was asking Leroy this. Is that the same girl that Deckard Shaw was with
in the bed
at the beginning?
I don't believe so. I think it was another one.
Okay.
Now I know your theory is that's the same woman.
Yeah.
Also, didn't need to see the It trailer because I told you I wasn't gonna see the It trailer, but that showed up in the movie, the preview. So I was like, now I gotta watch the It trailer.
Told you. Should have watched it.
Smooth.
Then you wouldn't have been shook in that movie.
I wasn't shook. I just was like, I'm not gonna watch this trailer, and then
you watched it.
It was on the big. It was there. I'm gonna do this. Am I really gonna do this in a movie theater? I'm not 5, but I didn't want to see it.
No, I'll say 2.5 out of 5. It really like. I'm not gonna own it. I'm not gonna buy it. I'll watch it again if it comes on HBO, but it's not like I have to see it. It just was okay.
I don't think I have any of the Fast and Furious.
I have the last 2.
I think we had like the first.
I have maybe the last 2 or 3.
I got all of them.
I think my mom has a couple.
Like physical and digital, I got all of them.
I've got the last 2 on physical and digital. So, like I said, I like the last 2 or 3. That's when they got good. Now, I will say I missed the, what is it, Daddy Yankee? When they were in, who were the reggaeton dudes? I like them. They made it for me.
Pitbull and
No,
whoever.
it wasn't Pitbull.
You talking about when they were in Brazil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't reggaeton though.
They weren't. Yeah, they were. What music was it? Because they had a hit song in the movie.
Yeah.
Remember, because when they won all the
Brazilian.
money, they went to the roulette table and they put it all on black or whatever.
Yeah.
Or red, and then lost it all.
Yeah.
And then they had to call back. It was like, hey man, we broke.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But they were in 8.
That's
for
what I'm
like
saying.
2 seconds.
I like them. I like
Yeah.
when we got them. From then on, I like those movies. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you see it, let us know. I'm okay with it, but maybe wait for a red box.
Yeah.
I would be down. Would you be down to see a sequel?
It's got to be better. It can't just be the same.
No.
Really?
I was like,
Ooh,
nah.
Dang,
I mean, like,
no.
because like The Rock, I feel like he spits movies out. You know.
He
And
be turning out
this
movies.
this seemed like a movie he just spit out.
Really?
I enjoyed him in it, and clearly he worked out for this movie.
Oh yeah.
But again,
When he had that little suit on in the airplane.
yeah, that was so small. No, I feel like we saw Shaw in that before, right? Did we see him in it?
Yeah. That was great.
But anyways, I just feel like
So you don't want a sequel? You don't need one?
I don't need one. I mean, if it's a Fast and Furious sequel,
See,
not
that's-
a Fast and Furious Presents sequel, but just like give me Fast and Furious with everybody involved.
Again,
I'll see it. But I don't
I'm
really
interested
need
to
this
see how
half a
this
show.
affects. Because to me, if you were going to have a franchise spinoff,
This ain't
it would have been nice to seeing some of those people. And again, you could add anybody. Take your pick. Ludacris ain't doing nothing.
He ain't.
Tyrese ain't doing
Tyrese
nothing.
really is.
That's what I'm saying. He's the voice.
Get out. We wrapping
Y'all
this
don't want
up.
to listen to me.
Right,
Watch it
right.
be Tyrese.
What if it was Tyrese?
Son, if it's Tyrese, I'm never coming back on this.
I'm like, what is this? I'm like, y'all, Lauren wrote this movie.
I'm telling you right now, y'all will never see
You got this inside track.
Lauren killed the News 19 nerds. If it's Tyrese, I'm telling you right now, walking out that movie theater. Because I know my phone is going to blow up.
I told you. Y'all don't want to believe me?
I'm going to be hiding from Lauren like they was hiding from the cameras. Because if it is Tyrese, I'm going to lose my mind.
Let us know who you think the voice is. Because
Yeah.
y'all know who I think it is.
Yeah.
We can probably take some bets on this. I don't know.
I say, at first I thought it was Cypher, but now I think it might be Ryan Reynolds.
I think it's his wife or his the big mama because it was she kept saying the voice kept saying, "Oh, you don't remember me? Oh, make sure you do." That sounded like a person scorn.
No.
Like you took that baby.
They altered
and
their
ran.
voice, though. So they altered
They
their
did.
voice. So it could be anybody. Because they altered it.
Yeah.
I think they left that up in the air because they still don't know who it's going to be. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tyrese.
Like, comment, subscribe here. Find us, of course, here on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram.
Please don't let it be Tyrese.
Facebook, WRTX.com.
Please don't let it be Baby Boy.
Please don't let it be Baby
Baby boy.
We out.
That's it.